Yo YouTubes, we're back, and if you haven't noticed, this is part 8 and the beginning of the second mission. About time we're in the second scenario. This scenario is titled The Great Ride, and in this scenario you get introduced to, I feel like the designers, they wanted to have you exploit the Hunnish mentality and how they actually approach things. So what you have to do in this mission is you have to thrive off of the other tribes or cities around you, take their resources, then use those resources to establish your own base, and then go on the front and try to take care of the Western Roman Empire, which is your major enemy in this mission. No, we don't have the Persians to deal with. We do have the Scythians, but they're orange now, and they are not our enemies. They're kind of a in-between. I'll explain that to you later. So our objective is to raid the Roman villages and villagers. Once you have enough resources to build a forward base, then you can field an army against the Romans. Each of the small villages has a resource: food, wood, gold, stone. Villagers and troops. The Tarquins will suggest what to do in each village. This is a raid. Notice the locations of resources, not a big deal, and we're still confined to the castle age. You can read the scouts on your own. We'll get to that later, and if they say something here in the beginning, I'll let them talk.
The Eastern Roman Empire is fielding their army. We must hasten with our raid so that we have enough resources to train our own army.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pull this one out of the blue. I know you're not used to me doing this, but I'm gonna make groups. I know you've never seen me do that before. You're probably scratching your head. What is he doing? Control 1, Control 2. Well, right now what I want to do is I want to make groups between my cavalry archers and my Tarquins, just so I can organize my units in case I get into a rut and I've got to take care of some infantry. What you want to have is the cavalry archers, or in other cases I want to have the Tarquins taking care of buildings. So just kind of that sort of deal, so I can protect my units and maximize their effectiveness. So keep bringing these cavalry archers down.
Let us raise the Sofia town center with our Tarquins and see what loot we
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So try to be quick in killing the villagers. Preferably you want to have one shot with all your cavalry archers in unison, and that be your only dang, that was not effective. So you don't want to have that happen. You don't want them to be able to escape from their farms into their town center. The reason being is that just quickens the rate at which you get through Sofia, and it's a really small city, a small town, so you don't want to dilly-dally around here for a while. Don't you hit me! Alright, good. So 2, I'm going to bring you back over here. Put them on no attack stance for right now. I guess you can destroy the farms, not a big deal, but the town center is what you're focusing on, and you want to make sure you eventually take down that town center. I don't know how much food they have, but I don't know if the quicker you the one thing I don't know is that I'm not full understanding of the quicker you take down the town center and the less villagers they produce, the more food you get. I'm not sure if that comes into play, but it wouldn't be surprising if it did. So I recommend just taking it out as quick as you can. That's a good amount of villagers to have killed so far, because I don't believe they have a ton out there yet. And if they ever want to garrison some more, alright, so that's not good. So you probably want to have them target your cavalry archers and just run around for a while, and hopefully that town center won't have great range, and I don't know if it does or not. I'm not really well versed in my Sofian town centers, which is in Bulgaria, and I do know that much. And once you take out the town center, I believe they do resign. I don't really understand. I don't really know. I'm not aware if you have to take out all the villagers. Alright, so 293 food. So I'm kind of getting the impression that the quicker you take out that town center, the better off you are in order to get more food. So just keep that in mind. I wasn't completely aware of that, so now you know. And my bad, I said the Western Roman Empire. This is the Eastern Roman Empire. I am sorry. I apologize for that. Because East and West, they're pretty different. And your choices change, or Attila's choice, what empire he's going to go after, changes throughout this mission, or throughout this campaign, excuse me. Alright, so right here is a palisade wall. I hate siege onagers, and that's what I was referencing in the last part. How about we're going to see them in Dyracchium, or maybe that was the 6th part. But we're going to deal with that group later. It's nice to use their base. It'll be nice to use their base, and I'll show you what I mean by that. They have a bunch of walls and farms already made, so you can just thrive off of them directly. Maybe you're not going to get resources from them, but you're going to get a couple units.
I remember this place. They took several of our raiders prisoner before. We must rescue our Hun brothers held at the castle before.
Yes, we must rescue the Hun. Alright, yeah, what you got to do is there's a couple Hussars, I believe, maybe a couple Tarkans too, that are inside the confines of that Dyracchium base. Dyracchium, I don't really know. They're Teutons, so that's all you need to know, really. But because Teutons already have murder holes instilled into their castles or whatever building, your units will be captured right next to a castle of theirs, and once you trigger them, oh shoot, what you want to do, you want to target that monk. That was my mistake. So we lost to Tarkin. That's too bad. Alright, do work. Oh, I forgot they're not no attack stance. Not a good choice. Not a good choice. Alright, so what you want to do right here is you want to not go for the villagers like you would think you would have to do, but go for the houses throughout this base. Thessalonica. Yes, if you're familiar with the Bible, Thessalonians takes place in the city Thessalonica, so we're chilling in that historical city. And so we're going to take out this house, and I'm going to leave this market and dock there just because I might use it as a trading post or place or partner or whatever later in this mission. So keep firing away, and we're going to keep going for these houses. I believe once you take out these houses, that's when you gain access to that's when you gain access to some villagers for Thessalonica that you can use. And those will be some good villagers. Keep going for these buildings. Deer just prancing around, not knowing the Huns are burning and pillaging and killing and stampeding and whatever ings you can throw in there, but they're just on the pasture, nice and peaceful. Anyways, this video or this mission won't take as long as the previous one, as you just need to take down the town center and the Eastern Roman Empire base. So it'll be a little bit quicker as far as the assault, but it'll take about 5 videos or so. That's my prediction.
Locals speak of wild Scythian that dwells somewhere nearby.
I don't know what it is about the Scythians. They love showing up, but they're just wild. They're all over the place. They got prisoners everywhere. They let me use their stone. They just send me Mangadaya randomly. They got them stored away. They need a bunch of horses. They need a bunch of crap. They have witches. I don't know what's up with them. Alright, so that's good.
Let us find a suitable location to establish.
And we got a fishing ship, so I was not aware that you got a fishing ship. Anyways, it's pretty cool. And so you can continue down this route. I'll leave those villagers there for right now. They will not get hit. I guarantee you that. Dyracchium doesn't really do much assaulting, or they don't really produce any more military units, militaristic units. So you don't have to worry about them coming from the west, and you don't really have to worry about the Eastern Romans coming from the east, as they have a very low score right now, and they haven't produced many units. All right, so right now we're getting some more monk action, which is not necessarily a good thing. And the fact that they're I'm not familiar with this city this time, but the monks are their biggest threat for you, and you're probably going to lose a couple more units to the conversion. So just go for these villagers right away, just to maximize your opportunity to get gold later on, as they don't have a town center and they can't produce any more units in terms of villagers. So go for this mining camp. And like the previous places we've been, once you take down that resource building or whatever, the targeted building for that city, you will get the expected resource or personnel, KYP, know your personnel, from that structure or city. So we're going to use these cavalry archers over here. I recommend not going too close to that watchtower over there. If you get some Tarkin on the other side of this this mining camp, you might run into some difficulties. Some people recommend going for Dyracchium first. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't want to offend anybody. If you're from Dyracchium, that would be quite amazing, and I would recommend you put that in the comment section, because I would like to hear about that. Fun fact of the day: I'm not from there. Oh, too bad. Okay, so use these Tarkin. Screw it. I might get hit by a watchtower or two, but at this point, Tarkins are not what I'm worried about, because we have plenty of them. So, and Nicias is very weak. They are the weakest of all of the civilizations that you have to go for.
Roman gold. There is no other metal that shines as...
Alright, so that quote right there just basically sums up in entirety who the Huns are. They love the gold, they love their riches, they love plundering, and that's who they are. They love shininess. I don't respect that, but that's who I am right now, so I've got to mold myself into that. They do have an archery range that you can I don't know if you can convert later on. I'm not sure what research is. I don't believe the monks, the monastery technologies are that high on the concerns for the Huns, so I don't really think you can convert those buildings. But you can just leave Adrianople there for right now. They can't do anything else for you or to you because they don't have any more villagers, and they have no more mining camps, and they don't. I don't believe they have any wood in their stockpiles, so they can't even build anymore. So they're done, even though they're not completely through with. And then the Scythians are located through that little path right there. That's a pretty good game design. I like that. But you got on the same token, you have the Eastern Roman Empire breathing down your neck.
Beyond this moat is the Roman fort. We should avoid it until we...
Very wise of you, Hun soldier. We're not going to go into that Eastern Roman Empire right now. I've been informing the YouTube, so you do not have to interject like that all the time. And so up here is Nicias, which is a lumber gathering civilization, and the music should cut in a couple minutes here. I'm sorry, I apologize once again. Music just cuts on me. And you go for the lumber camp now. And when the lumber camp is done, you can go for the trade workshop, which you'll see in a second, which you can only build in skirmish mode. So I recommend, savoring the existence of a trade workshop in an actual campaign for a while before you have to destroy it, because you cannot produce them. I always was wondering, what's the usefulness of the trade workshop? I want to build one. I'd like to.
The town of Nicias produces the best lumber in the region. Let us take all we can by destroying...
Oh, really? I wonder who came up with that idea. I did. You're listening to me, and you're taking my words and putting in your mouth to your own soldiers. I'm the director here. I run the show. Hun commander, Hun soldier, throw the ego to the side. We're a team. Or else I will throw you to the side and press this button. Starts with a D and ends with an E, and it's in the upper right hand corner of my keyboard, along with or I can't use backspace, but I'll use delete. Alright? I'll just say it to you, and you say it to your face. Alright, so we got about 2 minutes left. I'll probably just take out this lumber camp, and at this point you can take the short route. There's actually a gap from Sofia to Nicias, but I don't really recommend doing that all the time. And once you get this wood, you can start to build a town center of your own with your own villagers, as you got stone at Adrianople. But I'm going to try to breach Dyracchium right now, or in the next part. The reason being is you want to be able to exploit their walls. What I mean by that is I'm just going to take this guy out to have them be defeated, because I want that line to cross through their name, just a sense of satisfaction. But you can use their walls as your own base later on if you just take down a segment of their walls. So I'm just going to come over here to get a little bit more of this map scouted out, just to clean up some stuff on this map, and in the next part we'll be attacking Dyracchium and just dealing with them, dealing with their existence, their cyan existence. I love cyan, so they're my homie for now, that is. And once that Sage Onagerd gets out of my face, I'm going to scout out a little bit more. This is a lot of open area right here, which is pretty useful, but we're not going to be using it because it's kind of lacking in resources on the western side of the map, at least the northwestern side of the map, near Sofia in Bulgaria. So don't really recommend going over here. I recommend building a base either in Dyracchium or down by Adrianople. That tends to have the most resources. I didn't remember this gold mine right there. So if you need to send more units over here, this is a good path to take if you want to go through the north route and then cut across Nicias around Sofia. Use that up. Might as well. It comes chilling down, coasting down the side of this forest. There's a lot of trees in this map. There's a huge group of trees in the middle, so just be aware of that. You can't really go into it other than when you meet the Scythians. So that's about it for part 8. So thanks for watching this first part to the Great Ride, and we're going for a little bit more exciting stuff in part 9. So see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it.